Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. It's the Workplace Wellness Summit. 𝐸𝐸, Marion.
We made it.
We totally made it. I am very excited. We have so many phenomenal speakers that we get to hear from today who are going to be giving us massive value about how to prevent burnout and to implement strategies into the workplace, into your workplace, modernizing wellness in the workplace. So we're super excited to be here and to introduce these speakers. This is the second annual one. The first one was on Clubhouse, which is where I had the great pleasure of meeting 𝐸𝐸 and Marion. And I can't tell you how incredibly grateful and appreciative I am of the both of you and getting to know you over the last couple of years. And so super excited to get this started. Marion, I'm going to pass this baton over to you, my friend. I'm Meredith 𝐻𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻 with 𝐻𝐿𝐻𝐻 Coaching, one of the co-sponsors. And now I'm going to introduce my friend, Marion. Go ahead. Take it away, my friend.
No, absolute pleasure to be here, and what a great opportunity to be with all of you on LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you're watching. Let us know in the comments where you're watching so we can give you a shout out, and love to have you involved. I'm Marion Spears Carr. I'm a leadership development executive search professional who's been in the world of healthcare and life sciences for 30 years. I met 𝐸𝐸 and Meredith on Clubhouse, as Meredith mentioned. And when this idea came about, I was all in. And the reason I was all in is because the energy that 𝐸𝐸 Jetty has. We are truly excited to be with you. This wellness summit, the second annual one, could not have happened if it wasn't for our sponsors. So Meredith 𝐻𝐿𝐻𝐻 is one of our sponsors. Ella Pitch, thank you. K-Law Mediation, MLZ Consulting, Whiteboard Consulting Group Incorporated, and Jetty Wellness. And I can't tell you how much you guys are going to learn, how much you're going to grow in terms of workplace wellness and this idea. And Meredith, I want to throw it back to you because I think 𝐸𝐸 needs an even better introduction than I could give her. What do you think, Meredith?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it justice either, because she just gets massive props for bringing this community of people together. She is passionate about what she does to help individuals and organizations with their workplace wellness strategies. And I like to say that she is a strategist. She is going to implement programs into your organization, in your personal life, that's going to help you thrive, and it's going to help your organization thrive. And that's why we're all gathered here today, because a lot of us have had a lot of time in the last couple of years to think about our own personal wellness and what has been working, and obviously what has not been working. And we don't want to go back to what has not been working again. As we all know, life is way too short. Many of us who are watching today have lost people over the last couple of years. And so I think it's incredibly important that we continue to have these conversations, especially through this lens of diversity, equity, inclusivity, and belonging. And I cannot thank you enough, 𝐸𝐸, for all of the work and passion and love that you put into this. And so without further ado, I'm going to now pass this baton to you, my friend, so that you can share your value and the nuggets of wisdom that you have. All right, I'm done.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Welcome everybody. Wellness, workplace. Wow, there's so many words that come to my mind. I honestly am so grateful that you've taken the day in your busy schedule, the time in your busy schedule, to come hang out with us and learn from us. I am 𝐸𝐸 Jetty. I am the founder and chair of the summit. Now, I am someone who has had multiple passions. On one hand, I love public health, I love healthcare, I love evidence-based research, and I really do love infectious diseases. On the other hand, I love also making TikToks and maybe dressing up like Ludacris once in a while and making a workplace wellness TikTok, or maybe using Will Ferrell's voice. Absolutely, I am all in. Now, one of the things I wanted to share as well is that when I decided to kind of pivot and move from my space, which was my healthcare space, into this world of entrepreneurship. It wasn't a decision that just sort of happened randomly. I was thinking about it for a very long time. Now, Meredith mentioned that, and even Marion mentioned, thank you so much, Marion, that I'm someone who has a lot of energy. And I do, I have tons of energy. But there was a point in my life when all of that energy disappeared. I wasn't the person that I am right now. I was very disengaged from my job. I hated everything. I was so sad. I was so depressed. I just felt like I didn't fit in the workplace. And that was pre-pandemic, my friends. It wasn't even that the pandemic did it. But what the pandemic did was it broke the camel's back. Something shifted. And I think a lot of us here who have done this great resignation will realize that that shift happened and we all threw our hands up and said, we're done. We can't do this anymore. And that's what happened to me. I said, I can't do this anymore. And we are here today because I realized that I can't do this alone. There's no way I can do this alone. I need you. I need Marion. I need Meredith. I need all my awesome moderators and the support of all of you to participate in this event so we can talk about workplace wellness through all the different dimensions of wellness. I can't do it alone. We need your support. So thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to give you 3 wellness shots. That's what I do. I give you wellness shots and give you 3 of them. So get ready to learn. First one, I want you to pay attention to your wellness. This is a wellness summit, so please pay attention to your wellness and make sure that you are listening to your body. Make sure if you need to step away, step away. I'm not going to get mad. Meredith is not going to get mad. Meredith's going to be like, go ahead, take a break. It's all good. You want to do some jumping jacks? Go ahead and do that. Second wellness shot. Connect with somebody today. This is a 2.5-hour event today, and there's going to be a panel discussion tomorrow. You have lots of time to make a friend. Make a friend. Meet a collaborator. Meet someone to network with, and then tag one of us and say, hey, Samana, we met someone great. So do that. And number 3, this is a 2-way dialogue. Okay, we want you to be just as much engaged and learn from you as much as we are going to share content with you. So there is that piece. We want you to be active on that group chat. Tell me why you are here. I just shared with you why I am here. Tell me why you are here. Thank you so much. I'm going to hand over the mic back to the moderators.
Yeah, let me jump in here. There's a lot going on already in the comments. We're seeing a lot of action on there. By the way, if you're trying to find this, check Samana's profile. I think it's broadcasting from Samana's platform. So grab that and tell your friends, share it. Darlene Navy saying, connect with somebody today. Hannah Olson said, love the statement, Samana. We cannot do this alone. Gary Grundy, it says he's doing jumping jacks in his mind. Okay, that's awesome. That is awesome. And there's a whole lot more going on in the comments. We're going to be bringing up the speakers for this first round, and Meredith is going to actually make that introduction. But just to set the stage, each speaker is going to have 10 minutes to share their content with you and share their thoughts with you. Please put questions or comments in the comments. Let us know where you're watching. We may not be able to address all of those during today, during the actual broadcast, but Samana, tell us about how they can go to the after party on Toucan, because that's where you're going to be able to interact with the speakers, really get your questions answered. Let me hand it off to Samana, and then you back to Meredith, and we'll get going.
Thank you so much. Yes, wonderful questions. So there is, now this whole event came together so beautifully because we have given you lots of opportunities to connect, lots of opportunities to network. So if you have a speaker you want to meet with in real time, virtually, of course, head over to the Toucan space. The link is on the landing page, WorkplaceWellnessSummit.club. Go there, hit that Toucan link. There's 4 different rooms there, so you can pop into the mental health room, you can pop into the leadership and diversity room, and meet with the speakers. If you want to network, this is the time for you to network. Thank you.
I do want to jump in here. There was a technical issue with the event page where a bot was asking people for credit cards. That's a bot. David Spinner has addressed it. We've reached out to them. Please, if you will, everybody that's watching right now, share the link to Samana's page so people can see the broadcast because of the issue that we had. Little technical glitch there. This is our first time doing the Wellness Summit on LinkedIn, so just jumping in there. Meredith, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Marion. Thank you. Well, I'm excited to get our speakers here on the stage to share some of their insights and value and brilliance. And the first person that we're going to bring up is Ioana Kind, who I had also the pleasure to meet on Clubhouse. And boy, did she have a lot of value to share, especially for working caregivers and parents. And it's really important to find that work life, I like to call integration as a parent or caregiver. So she's going to be speaking specifically about leadership skills for working parents. So without further ado, I would love to welcome her, Ioana Kind, to the stage.
She's going to be standing right here, you guys. I can't change my name on the panel, but she's going to be right here. I'm welcoming her to the stage. Welcome, Ioana.
Oh my goodness, right there in the same room. I love it. Hello.
Hi guys, hi Meredith.
Hello.
Well, from Edmonton, where I had the huge pleasure to meet Sumana live, and it is as amazing as you would imagine, for sure. I can say that. So I'm going to start right in for my presentation, and then we go into the talk about it. To me, my name is Ioana Kind. I was born in Romania almost 40 years ago, but lived half of my life in Switzerland, where I left when I came with 18 years all alone to study social work. In my almost 20 years experience of social work, I have been on both sides of giving and receiving mental health services and providing mental health services. After losing my husband almost 10 years ago, I became a single mom with 2 kids, and trying to do everything alone, work and parenthood, ended up in a big crash, and in also a shift that I had to do in order to survive. I had to reimagine how am I going to do solo parenting journey while still trying to do and achieving an impact in my social work career, in the things that were close to my heart since I was a younger. Today, I want to talk to you about leadership under the umbrella of leadership and diversity. 4 skills, leadership skills, especially important for working parents, but not only. And I will start always by stating the challenge, going over the skill set, the action, the next action that you can take, and the benefit that you will have all over your life. The first challenge for working parents, and not only, is overwhelm. We just have so much to do. I mean, when you add your first kid, it's like adding a full-time job, including nights, weekends, and vacations to your plate. And what I see a lot of my clients do is that they do not delegate and eliminate enough in order to sustainably juggle work and family in a good way. With this overwhelm challenge, the skill set that we need is vision work. Vision work means that you take a big outlook from far away to everything that is going on in your life and think about what do you want to achieve in your life. You look at your values, how do you want to spend time with your kids, what do you want to achieve in your work. You align your actions with your value. And vision work is something that even big corporations is a key action that big corporations take in order to align and shift decisions, mid and long-term decisions. As a working parent, a lot of things come. Even this morning, I'm in Edmonton, I read an email about buying some sports shoes for my kid next week when he's gonna come back. So as a working parent, you have a lot of small micro decisions that take, and even big decisions with your kids when they enter school or have health challenges. So being able to really know what your vision is for your family and life, balance integration, will have the benefit of better, quicker, aligned decisions. And this is what we need. And the action to take is an audit. As a method, regularly step back, take 1-2 hours, maybe even days, if it's possible, and audit your life holistically. What do you want? Is this 10 years later still what you wanted 10 years ago? If not, what actions do you want to take? So regularly auditing your life is the action to take better, quicker decisions later on. The second big challenge for working parents, and it has been a huge one during this last 2 years of pandemic, is the community aspect. When you become a parent, you lose friends. A lot of people talk about the joy of parenthood, but a lot of your friends that don't become parents, and a lot of your almost half of your environment can shift when you become a parent. Then the community aspect, so you do not feel alone, so you are not the person doing everything alone, especially if you're an expat parent like me, living in a total different country with no aunties and uncles around the corner. Community is a key aspect to again, sustainably being able to integrate work and life. So the skill set that you need is community outreach. And with community outreach, I remember when I became a parent, I just focused on the people that were around in our neighborhood. We did big brunches, everyone could bring something on, weekends, barbecues, and so on. But there is something intentional around community building that you need to do as a working parent. And by intentional, I mean to reach out to people that are outside of your bubble. You can get a kind of tunnel vision when you become a parent towards micro decision. What shoes should my kids wear? What pampers? What should I feed them? And with that tunnel vision, you lose sight of everything that goes around you. With the community, you get the help you need to get these decisions and to not exactly lose sight of everything that you cannot perceive alone. So the community building reach out skill set is something that a lot of parents neglect to do. You come from work, you have a second shift that goes up to 10, 11. If you're lucky, you can sleep the night through. So you're so exhausted on the weekend, you don't want to see anyone else. But when my husband passed away, the fact that I had a community built in Switzerland from zero was one of the things that saved me in this first year after he passed. It was the neighbors, it was people, strangers, even they just have seen me greeting on the street. It was my work colleagues. Community is an essential skill. Community building is an essential skill set to have and to prioritize. And as action, and the fun one for you that you can take in the next days is, and even today, is I call it lunch with the CEO. Schedule lunches, at least one per week, with someone that you look up to. I have a client, she's going to become a CEO soon. She says, can I do this? Can I do this with family and everything? And I told her, reach out to someone who is already doing it. Get yourself mentoring from the people who are already doing it in order to have fresh ideas, creative ideas on your challenges right now. The third big challenge that working parents face is the confidence hit that you might take when becoming a parent. You are used before to study for 2-3 years, have time to learn before taking out a new challenge. When you have a baby, just figure out how to keep that newborn alive. It becomes a toddler, you need to get the next master going on. It goes to school, you need the next. So you are always in the learning. Sometimes you feel like you cannot catch up with the learning that you have to do on top of work. But because you are such a beginner, especially with the first kid, but even with the second and third, they're different. You need to be mindful of the confidence work that you need to do, because this is the moment where a lot of moms step back and said, oh, I came up late, I forgot this, and they start to play small and take a step back. Confidence work and getting yourself mentors is a skill set that, especially as a working parent, you need to take, and especially after this pandemic, where we have a huge shift, where a lot of working moms left the workspace. The benefit, if you work on your confidence, is that you have better decision all over. There are studies that show that if you are more confident, you actually deliver more and better work than if you know more. So it is an essential skill set to invest in. And I want to end and round up with a huge challenge, again, not only for working parents, but for everyone, and it is energy management. We learn about budgeting, we learn about money budgeting, we learn about, making a plan for 2022 budgets and so on, but we do not learn about energy management. And as a working parent, you need to know that at 5 o'clock when you come home, you cannot be exhausted, because you will feel bad when you keep the grumbles of your energy to your kids. How do you still perform or achieve that performance that you want to in a sustainable way? And the key skill set to have is to learn to delegate and eliminate much more than you did before. You need, and that is the connection to the audit, again and again, look at your to-do lists and accept, instead of adding, the eliminated to-do list tasks. Everything that is not mandatory that you do it, find someone else to do it, get with someone from your community to do it. This is the only way to do it in a sustainable way, long term. And parenthood is not something that adds up like after 2 or 3 years. You cannot opt out of parenthood if you have a burnout, and I had one. It is one of the toughest things that you cannot recover that way that you can if you can just say, no, I'm going to go away for 1 year. On the other side, being mindful of this parenting and work responsibilities that you have, and shifting, taking your need for break and putting it on a high priority level will make you sustainable in all areas of your life. You will stop micromanaging, you will stop losing energy over details that have zero to none impact in your life and your kids' life, and become, I would say, even a better leader. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have anything that you want to ask me directly, I'm going to be in Tucson, and also you can reach out to me over my LinkedIn profile. I'm open for questions. I'm Ioana, and I'm done speaking.
Thank you so much, Ioana. You gave us so much wonderful value there. I really appreciate what you said about community and really reaching out and building that community for yourself. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. It's so good to see you too. So good to see you. So Marion, it looks like we're going to do a little improv here, right?
We'll improv, little pivot.
This is why we have to learn how to be adaptable, people, because stuff happens. Am I right?
Yeah, stuff happens. So we had an issue with the event page that some of you may know. We reverted back to this link. We are going to switch and move back to the other platform. Yanika, if you could share with us the link everybody needs to go to. So everybody watching live are going to need to go to another link. We apologize for the issue. It's been resolved. We need to get you back to the other link. If we can get that link posted, and also we'll have captions going forward for the rest of the speakers. If you could post up that link, we'll be taking a few minutes or continue talking. They're telling me to continue talking.
We got to keep talking. I don't know, Marion. We might run out of things to say.
We can keep talking. This is what's amazing about doing things live, guys. And you want to talk about wellness. You want to talk about being well in the face of what we have to deal with every day. This is what we do in our jobs. This is what we do in our work. It's what we do in our life. I had to pivot this morning. I was supposed to be traveling to Nashville, was going to just grab a flight because it's not very far. And I was going to be doing this from a hotel room instead of my normal office here in Georgia. My flight got canceled. So while I was waiting to get back on the air, I was going to the rental car place. The only rental car they had was this massive truck. Now, I love driving trucks, Meredith, but I don't really want to drive a truck in Nashville. So anyway, I had a pivot. Instead of being on a plane, I'm here back in Georgia and had to have a vehicle. We're still waiting. We will be having activated closed caption when we get the links of those of you who want to see it, who can't listen to it at work, but want to see what's being said. We'll have that. Meredith, You specialize in helping people be better speakers, and improv is a part of it. Maybe you could share a little bit about that while we're working on getting the switch.
Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I have an improv background. And so I implement improv exercises into my curriculum with my students. And I have 3 people here today that are actually speaking, that are a part of my program, Confidently Speaking. But it helps you to be more adaptable, to breathe in these moments, and also watch the language that we use when we're up there on stage or here on these virtual platforms, rather than saying, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. How can you just embrace it and be just a cool cucumber, if you will? Like, thanks for your patience, everyone. This is life. This is what happens. Things are unpredictable. We have to learn how to pivot with grace. I can't tell you how many times there have been moments where the mic doesn't work, or the tech isn't working, or the slides aren't working, or someone didn't get the note or the memo about somebody else that was going to give the introduction. Being able to adapt and not allow it to affect you and your presentation and how you're going to serve your audience is huge. So we are here, Mary and I, to hold down this space so that we hope that all of you can sit here and actually receive some value while we wait to work out the kinks a little bit.
Exactly. So I just got a message on the back channel. We are ready to go back. So if everyone watching right now, tell all your friends, maybe we'll get even more people to come. Go back to the event page on LinkedIn right now. We'll be there in just a couple minutes. Be ready, and we're going to jump right over.
Yes, because we're going to be there with Vinay Raman. He's going to be our next speaker up, and I'm super excited to hear from him.
Matt's going to end this stream. Our technical support person is going to end this stream and then give us a minute or so to get back to the other platform, and we'll see you. Don't go away. Don't quit on us. Let's be well together. See you in just 1 minute.